Good morning, everyone. Or good noon to everyone. It's vlog 747, so today we're going to be talking... Ooh, that was a bad intro. Today we're going to be talking about none other than the Boeing 747, which I would argue is the most well-known airplane in the world. Sorry, I'm getting SMS messages at the moment. But if you think of like any airplane, like a lot of people know. What am I even trying to say here? Boeing 747 is a very famous plane. It's very well known. It has a very distinct shape with the big hump in the front. That's really what makes it famous. So it's Boeing's basically first huge airliner. It has four actual jets under the wings. So it's a one-decker plane, except in the front it's two-decker for first class seating. So it's like kind of has the hump. And I don't even need to tell you this because you probably already know about the Boeing 747. Carries a lot of people. Used by British Airways, Korean Air, Lufthansa, China. Still used at unit cost. 352 million. Sounds about right. There's quite a few variants of it. 1,500 have been built and sold by Boeing, which is pretty crazy. The Boeing, I can't tell you that this is actually true, but I'm pretty sure the warehouse where they built the Boeing 747 is like the biggest building in the world or something like that. Biggest, I don't know, something along those lines. But Boeing 747 is a very famous plane. It is used by the United States, kind of to transport our president. The United States owns two identical Boeing 747s, completely decked out in whatever military security features, communications features, communication blockers, so the president can basically run the entire country as if he's in the White House while he's in the sky, in case of a huge attack, a natural disaster, not natural, but a national disaster, something like that. He can run the country from in the air, from in the sky. So that's a really cool, and there's two of them, so you never know which one the president is on. That's just a precaution. But yeah, Boeing 747 is crazy. It's wide body. That's not why it's crazy, but 660 passengers in a high density one class configuration. It's a lot of people. Typically it only carries, the 747, 416 passengers in the typical 3-class layout, 524 in the typical 2-class layout, or 660 in a high-density 1-class. No one ever does 1-class configuration because airlines make a lot of money off first class. I think a lot of airlines have 3-class. If you're going to get a 747, you'll probably go for 3-class, or I don't know, maybe it's more it's probably more, well, obviously, but it might be more cost efficient to go for a 524, but that's a lot of people in one plane. It's pretty crazy. 660, that's twice as much as what I'm assuming the 737 is, which I talked about in the previous plane vlog. Yeah, this Wikipedia page, which by the way is where I get all my information, actually isn't too interesting. But it's a 3-person cockpit. That's 3. Oh, and no, but then it's only 2 after the 400ER and the Dash 8. The Dash 8, 747-8 is actually brand new. 747-8. Boeing is advertising it right now. It's still like an actual brand new plane. The U.S. Air Force announced that it will continue the Boeing tradition with the 747-8, which will replace the two 747-200s that serve as the Presidential Air Force One fleet. Oh wow, so they're getting new ones. That is actually pretty crazy. Alright, looks like the president is getting some new 747s. They're getting the Dash 8 is brand new. I watched some videos on YouTube of them doing a ton of testing for it and stuff. Doing some crazy tests where they have to like fly up and testing just different things. And they have all the smart people on board figuring stuff out and measuring stuff. but it's basically like you're on a roller coaster. Anyway, 747-8 is the brand new one. Fuel capacity, 50,000 gallons. Why don't we just, wait, that's on the first one. 63,000 gallons of fuel now. The Dash 8, the wingspan is 224 feet 7 inches, and the wing area is 554 meters. Why are we doing, 5,900 square feet. Oh, this is all the Dash 8. Aspect ratio, 8:5. I'm assuming that's like wing to body, but that, I don't know. That's just what I'm assuming. 485,000 pounds. It's a lot of weight. Is that operating empty weight? Maximum takeoff weight, 987,000 pounds. That's almost 1,000,000 pounds. That's crazy. That's like a really crazy. Maximum takeoff weight. That is actually really crazy though. Cruise speed, Mach 0.855. That's, wow. The fact that they're measuring in Mach. Actually, this is funny. The 100 and 200B top speed was 907 kilometers an hour, and then the next one they made was the Dash 300, and they dropped it down to 898, which is only a drop of 9 kilometers an hour, which is kind of nothing, but still went down, which is kind of odd, but probably a lot more fuel efficient, and that was just one downside, and plus no one really cares. But 933 kilometers an hour. That's actually funny. They raised the speed by 26 kilometers an hour, and they passed the line where they decided to measure it in Mach. Takeoff, 10,200 feet. Oh my. Wow, I think that's how much it needs to take off. Let me just tell you, 10,000 is a lot of feet. I wonder if that... Range, that's interesting. 7,730 nautical miles, or 8,900 normal person miles. It's a lot. That's almost 9,000 miles you could fly. Get in your 747-8 and fly from LA to New York, back to LA, and then back to New York, just for the heck of it, you know? That's, wow, that's pretty crazy. But the fun fact about the President's Air Force One, it has the ability, this is just fuel, so the President has the ability to have fighter planes come up beside him and refuel the plane while they're in flight. So, in theory, obviously not in practicality because things go wrong, but in theory, the President's 747s can fly indefinitely for until the end of time if they just keep getting refueled. But they'll never have to run out of fuel. They can get refueled if they need to be refueled in the air for some crazy reason. Probably won't happen, but you never know. Orders, 1,554. Deliveries, 1,520. Okay, why would you order a plane and not have it delivered? That just doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't. And how... Okay, in 2010, -1 planes were ordered. How does a negative number of planes get ordered? That literally makes no sense to me. How is that possible? That's really weird. I don't really understand that. But wow, they got a lot of orders and deliveries. In 1985, 42 planes were ordered and 24 were delivered. Why? Love. Anyways, that's 747 vlog. Wasn't that good, but you guys seem to like talking about the planes in the comment section, so go down to the comments down below and tell me all about your thoughts on the 747. And I'll catch you next time, guys. Yep, right here. According to Wikipedia, which is very trusty, is a really trustworthy free encyclopedia. Its distinctive hump on the upper deck and the forward part of the aircraft makes it the world's most recognizable aircraft, and that was the first wide body produced. Pretty crazy. Flown commercially in 1970, the 747 held the passenger capacity record for 37 years. As of December 2016, the 747 has been involved in 60 whole loss accidents, resulting in 3,700 fatalities. Well, that's kind of sad. Anyways, hope you all enjoyed the video. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you dislike the video, leave a dislike. Share your opinion in the description down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.